Social media has become very important and popular amongst Generation Z members. According from an article, The Pros and Cons of Social Media, job opportunities can be visible while small businesses can create connections with their audiences, mental health resources being available, and people have the chance to express their creative endeavors. Social media provides another way for people to stay in touch with friends, meet new people, provides news and resources to help others as well. Despite that social media brings all these features, it has also contributed negative effects on users, in this case, Generation Z members' well-being. Exposure to social media can impact one's memory. Referring to a scholarly journal reading, The News on Twitter, Source and Item Memory for Social Media in Younger and Older Adults. Younger adults are more fast-paced with encoding material on social media, yet this comes at the price of not critically analyzing information in depth. Older adults have a better retention span when it comes to long-term memory. It also depends on how material is being viewed at a given time, such as viewing short bursts of material versus long strains of materials at a given time. With so much information that is presented on social media, it can prove difficult for both members of Gen Z and older adults to encode, understand, and remember material. Other negative effects of social media are linked with psychological disorders such as depression, anxiety, and narcissism. Studies have shown that a prolonged exposure towards various social media platforms can cause deterioration on one's well-being, both mentally and physiologically. An increase in depression and anxiety has arisen from Generation Z because they seek validation and attention from others on social media. With a lack of face-to-face interactions, the connections between Gen Z members on social media can be considered superficial. This also causes a lack of authenticity for Generation Z members, as they may not be in the same physical space where in-person interactions can take place. Furthermore, an article titled, "What are the core characteristics of Generation Z?" referenced that Generation Z can be seen as lonely due to extended periods of time online, which can cause feelings of isolation and depression. Users can feel a sense of boredom after extended periods of scrolling through indefinite amounts of information and stories that can be found on social media. Generation Z members who utilize social media too much may come at the expense of neglecting important matters, whether that may be the schoolwork, the occupation/job, keeping track on finances, maintaining healthy relationships, and their own personal health as well. Sometimes narcissistic traits can arise while utilizing social media. In other words, self-love and admiration is good, yet when it comes to the point that the person is extremely self-centered, there may be problems that may occur. Social media users and Gen Z members in this category may continuously boast of their success, have a sense of entitlement, lack of empathy towards others, a fixation of appearance, and living in superficial realities. Generation Z members can even be hindered physically while using social media. Studies have shown that prolonged amounts of time on social media can result in a variety and combination of physical issues. This can include neck, back, shoulder, and elbow issues that may arise since body posture may be in the same position for too long. Blood circulation may be affected as well. The blood may be cut off or entering different parts of the body at a slower rate based on the person's posture. More so, digital eye strain is a common occurrence. This can later lead to dry eyes and different types of headaches and migraines, since the eyes do not have a chance to rest off from the screen. Younger people or Gen Z members in this case may stay twice as long as older adults. Another way how social media can be harmful towards Gen Z is cyberbullying. This can take on the form of spread of rumors and false information, personal attacks, social exclusions, and discriminatory behavior as well, just to name a few. Furthermore, cyberbullies have a variety of different reasons for what they do. One reason is to exert power and dominance over others to feel strong. Another reason to gain attention and status, to feel that people may respect them through fear and feel popular. However, the most common reason is that themselves have been bullied at one point or another in their life. Instead of standing against cyberbullies or bullies, they have become the very thing they despise. Gen Z members who utilize social media may run into cyberbullies. It also is true that not all Generation Z members and people in general use social media compulsively. More so, social media was not always meant to negatively impact people. The more important question is, how do people utilize social media? That determines if social media will have a negative or positive impact on the user. It is a tool that can be utilized for entertainment purposes, yes. On the other hand, it can be utilized more resourcefully and with efficiency that can be beneficial to those users of Generation Z and for everyone in general. Thus, the next video will discuss more of this topic in depth.